Yeah. What is up, brothers? It's been an alright week. It's been alright. Num num num. Roberto's was okay, not bad. It actually kind of was. Basically, we went there, right, and I wanted to get some bread. The entire plan, because I've never liked the food that they do there. I only ever like the bread and the butter, you know, like the restaurant butter. So that's what I was planning on having. But they didn't. The bread was cold. They could have warmed it up, but they didn't. But the most important thing is they didn't have the proper butter. They didn't have the restaurant butter. As far as I'm concerned, it's not a restaurant if it doesn't have the restaurant butter. So I literally didn't have anything to eat. Actually, I had some ice cream. I got some ice cream at the end. But, oh god, it was just... Like, what kind of restaurant doesn't have... Well, it's not, as I just said, it's not a restaurant if it doesn't have the restaurant butter. The ones you get in the little packs. Which tastes better than any other butter. And they don't have it. Why? Stupid. So... That's all I've got, really. That's all I've got. So that's that. I've also been reading quite a lot of South Park fanfiction. Because it's well written. It genuinely is and all. Genuinely is. While I've been reading it, I've been having like a glass of orange juice. I don't know why, this is just my routine now. It just seems to have become a thing. Like, if I'm watching a film, I'll be drinking Diet Coke. If I'm, like, just scrolling YouTube, Diet Coke. Watching a TV show, Diet Coke. Painting, drinking Diet Coke. Making a film, drinking Diet Coke. But if I'm reading, orange juice. That's just thing now. It's weird how you fall into routines which don't really make any sense, isn't it? Like now, when I read, I have a glass of orange juice. I don't know why. It's just that I've also been writing some South Park fanfiction as well. I don't know if I've actually talked about this, but I've been writing it since 2018. On the website, you know, the website. The proper one, not the silly, cringy one, the proper one. If you can find it. I'm not going to put a link, you'll have to put the work in yourselves if you want to read it. Anyway, that's irrelevant to the current conversation. Anyway, so that's all that. What next? I don't know. I don't know. So that's what I've been doing over the previous week. Over the following week, I am going... Don't know what I'm going to be doing, actually. Not too sure. Just watching more Twin Peaks, probably. I've just been watching a lot of Twin Peaks, because Twin Peaks is a great show. Yeah. It's weird how some people say that season 2 is a load of crap. When, from what I've experienced, season 2 is more enjoyable than season 1. There's also more. Season 2 is I've already said this, but I'll say it again. Season 2 is literally 3 times as long as season 1. So the fact that there are people who can say it's not as good as season 1 is worrying, really. Anyway, have you heard the news? I hope you guys have heard the news about South Park. Another great show. The Trey Parker and Matt Stone have signed a $900 million deal with Paramount, so that they're going to carry on until season 30. At least, that's obviously it's just been renewed up to season 30. When they get to season 30, they might want to do more. I sincerely hope they do. But that's not the big bit. The big bit is they're going to be doing 14 movies in 6 years. 2 of them this year, and this year's nearly over. So, don't know how they're going to do that, but I'm sure they'll manage. I doubt they'll be as good as the original movie. Not because they're not as funny now, they are. It's just, the original movie is probably one of the funniest films ever created. And so I doubt that they'll be able to do it. Sorry. I know they'll be good. I know for a fact that all the following episodes of South Park and the 14 movies that are going to be coming out are all going to be very good. I know that. But Bigger, Longer, and Uncut is just such a good film. So they're going to have to... I don't know how they're going to do it, though, because they're doing 14 movies in 6 years, right? But they're going to be carrying on with seasonal South Park alongside it. So how are they going to do that? I know they'll manage. I know that they'll be able to manage. But I feel bad for them. Because that must be the most stressful thing ever, knowing that in 6 years you've got to get 6 more seasons of the show and 14 movies. I just can't get over it. But I'm very excited. The movies are going to be on Paramount Plus, which means I won't be able to get them on that, but they'll show up for free somewhere else on the internet where I can watch them. It's like same with the vaccination special and same with all of South Park. Actually, I haven't paid to watch any of South Park, or the movie. They're just on the internet, luckily. So I'll get them. It'll be fine. But yeah. So that's that. So that's previous week, following week. I don't know what I'm going to do in the following week. What's the next next thing? Comment on current political events. Oh, this ought to be good. Studio mode. Let's see. Okay. A bat killed by cat after record 1,200-mile journey. Seems like something out of South Park. A record-breaking bat that flew more than 1,200 miles from London to Russia died after being attacked by a cat. The bat whose wing had a London Zoo marking. Why would they put a marking on its wing? I hope that just means like a sticker or something, not like a etched into it, the blade. It's the furthest recorded journey by a bat from Britain across Europe, beating all known British records. I like how that's a thing. There are just records of how far bats have flown. That seems like the kind of thing to be keeping Right then. Right. Ant has gotten married. That's pretty cool. Oh, for God's sake. Getting more black women into cycling. Let's see what this has to say. Let's see if I agree with any of this. I bet. I can barely even read it. The utter idiocy of it. Oh God, right. Every fibre of my being is saying to just go in, curl in a corner and cry, but I'm doing this for you. Karen, I'm not even good. I'll butcher that name if I try it. As if it's not already butchered itself. It's part of a cycle group that I can't speak English. I swear to God. This is ridiculous. That's why I never did French at school. I hated having to learn French because it's like I've barely mastered English, so I'm not going to be ever able to learn French, am I? Anyway, as part of a cycle group that hopes to get more black women into cycling. See, this was the exact same thing. I think this was the 26th or 27th weekly update. One of them. There was another one of these which was about getting black people, like nature lovers, outdoors. And I have exactly the same criticisms of this that I had of that. If you want to go outside, do that. If you want to cycle, do that. Don't wait for someone to tell you to do the thing you want to do. Just do it. I don't know why people... I'm literally just repeating everything I said before, but that's because it still stands, right? Why do people not want to do things they want to do of their own accord? They always seem to want someone else to tell them to do it. Why? Members of Black Girls Do Bike, London. Stupid name for a... This weekend is the second annual Black Unity Bike Ride. Racist, innit? What if white people want to... See, why can it not just be Unity Bike Ride? World Unity Bike Ride. I'd agree with that, that'd be cool, but... No. But no. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, for God's sake. Well, see, this... Look at this. Why is this worthy of a news... I don't get it. I don't understand, right? What's the point? 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 Jesus. Right then, let's see if YouTube has got anything better. I doubt it. Trying to get a COVID vaccine with a needle phobia. Well, they obviously have intelligence phobia as well. They're obviously scared of being intelligent. Filming friendly shark encounters from above. Okay. What went wrong in Afghanistan? The Americans. That's what went wrong. See, again. What is this? What is this? You can be African and black and play polo. I'm sorry, I don't remember anyone saying that you couldn't. When was something, oh, well, you know, you can't play polo if you're African and black. It's the ancient rule, you know, it's the ancient rule of polo. If you're African but white, you can play, and if you're black but you were born in Britain, you can play. But if you were born in Africa and you're black, oh, you can't play polo. No one's ever said that, ever. What? Why is that? Why is this a... I'm glad to see at least 125 people who've picked on this are not idiotic. See, again, this is this, look. Obviously no... Thank you, BBC, for educating and informing me that humans can ride horses. How the hell is this even news? Oh, God. All these comments are great. This is the one good thing about the BBC News YouTube channel, the comments. Oh God, I love it. It's so good. It's so good. Playwright Tom Stoppard on cancel culture. That guy's cool. He co-wrote Brazil with Terry Gilliam, so that's cool guy. Are America's unvaccinated changing their minds? Hopefully not, because as if Americans aren't stupid enough, that's not gonna go very well, is it? New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, however you pronounce that, so harassed women, report finds. Why is that news? As if people didn't already know that. These people are politicians. They are not good, are they? Ah, Jesus Christ. Expecting a second child. Oh God, they're reproducing. Jesus. Hong Kong man first to be jailed. Oh, whatever. Okay. And then this is all just... Yeah, this. I already talked about that one last week. So that's that then. What's next? Talk about films I've been watching. Okay, so this week I've watched 2 films. I tried to watch a third one. I tried to watch what was it called? The Man Who Fell to Earth, 1976 film, David Bowie. And now, yeah, it's nice. It's nice seeing David Bowie, but I only watched the film for... The film is 2.5 hours long. I only watched it for half an hour, right? Yes, it's nice seeing David Bowie, whatever, but I can watch a David Bowie music video and get more out of that 3 minutes than I got out of the half hour, and presumably out of the 2.5 hours I would have if I'd actually finished the film. But this has the problem which almost all 70s art films has, except it's magnified, isn't it? My problem with 70s films is boobs. For no reason, boobs. They just always felt the need, oh, let's see, we're making an art film. What do we need? We need art. We need film. Maybe we might need boobs as well. No, you don't. But this film, it's not just like one scene. Like at least half of the half hour I watched. And that wasn't all. There was also a little flash of Dinkle. I don't want that. Thank you very much. So, oh god, I'm not even going to bother watching that film. Like I said, it's nice seeing David Bowie, but I don't need this film to see David Bowie. Anyway, so 2 films I watched, both of which have made it onto my... Also, it's not going to be a top 50 favourite films list anymore. It's now going to be a top 100, because I'd got it up to 50, and then I watched the first of these 2 films, and thought, well, that has to go on the list. And so, it's going to be 100 films. Anyway, so the first one I watched this week was Scum, 1979, which is a very interesting film, most certainly. This is the film which made me realise that it needs to be a top 100 list rather than just a top 50 list. But yeah, it's about a youth detention centre thing back in the 70s, which apparently weren't very nice, as illustrated very well in this film. It's weird that this came out the same year as Pink Floyd's The Wall, and a certain song from that album seems to have a very similar message to this film, which is, these places is bad, innit? So, yeah. It's just a really good film. So yeah, that's that. And because, literally, there's only one female in the film, because these kind of places, back in the 70s, there were no women in them, it was only men. And people say society is sexist against women. I think you'll find it's sexist against men. No boobs. So it's a very enjoyable experience of a film. And the second film that I watched this week was Jabberwocky from 1977. This is Terry Gilliam's solo directorial debut. Because his directorial debut, original, was Monty Python and the Holy Grail, 1975, but he co-directed that with Terry Jones, who stars in this film along with Michael Palin, and Terry Gilliam has a cameo. But there are loads of people in this film who are really good actors, like Brian Glover is in it, and David Prowse is in it. Again, it's like Star Wars, you don't see his face, but he's in it. You just don't see his face, or his voice, or anything. And it also has the woman whose name I can't remember, but the woman who plays Margaret Slitheen in a few episodes of Doctor Who Series 1, 2005, she's in this. So yeah, that's that, basically, innit? That's that. But yeah, both really good films, both made it onto my list. Let me get the list up so that I can show you where they are on it. Well, not show you where they are on it, tell you where they are on it. So the public list is only 20 now. It was I went up to 25, but now it's gone back down to just 20. It's going to remain 20 until I have the 100. Then I'll do the video of the 100. Well, once I've got the full list of the 100, I'll probably watch through them all. And then, anyway. So, Jabberwocky is number 14. And Scum is number 24. There you are then. So that's, in terms of watching, answering any questions that you might have for me. Well, obviously no one has any questions because no one's watching, so I'll just end the live stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next thing that I do. Goodbye.